American Revolution, which took place from 1775 to 1783, was a momentous event in world history that led to the birth of the United States of America as an independent nation. Fueled by grievances over British colonial rule, the revolution was marked by a series of military engagements, political developments, and the emergence of revolutionary ideas that fundamentally transformed the relationship between the American colonies and the British Empire. The roots of the American Revolution can be traced back to the period following the French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763. Britain, burdened by war debts, sought to increase its control over the American colonies through a series of acts and policies that imposed taxes and regulations on the colonists. These measures, such as the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts, were met with widespread opposition and protests from the colonists, who saw them as infringements on their rights as English subjects. Tensions escalated further with the passage of the Intolerable Acts in 1774, which were punitive measures imposed on the colonists in response to the Boston Tea Party. The Acts, which included the closure of the Boston Harbor and the suspension of colonial self-government in Massachusetts, galvanized the colonists and pushed them towards armed resistance. In April 1775, armed conflict erupted between British troops and colonial militia at Lexington and Concord, marking the beginning of the American Revolutionary War. The war saw the colonists, organized under the Continental Congress and led by figures such as George Washington, fight against the powerful British Army. The colonists faced numerous challenges, including lack of resources, military training, and coordination, but they were fueled by a deep desire for independence and the belief in the ideals of liberty and self-government. The Declaration of Independence, adopted by the Continental Congress on July 4, 1776, stands as one of the most significant documents in American history. Drafted by Thomas Jefferson, the Declaration proclaimed the colony's separation from Britain and articulated the principles of natural rights, popular sovereignty, and the right to revolution. It declared that all men are created equal and are entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The American Revolution was not merely a military conflict, but also a struggle for political and ideological change. The ideas of Enlightenment thinkers, such as John Locke, influenced the colonists' belief in natural rights and the consent of the governed. These ideas fueled the revolutionary spirit and provided the intellectual framework for the establishment of a new nation. The war proceeded with various military campaigns and turning points, including the Battle of Saratoga in 1777, which resulted in a decisive American victory and played a crucial role in securing foreign support, most notably from France. The French alliance provided vital military and financial assistance to the American cause, significantly tipping the balance in favor of the colonists. In 1781, the American and French forces, under the command of General Washington, achieved a significant victory at the Battle of Yorktown, forcing the surrender of the British Army under General Cornwallis. This defeat effectively ended major military operations in North America and paved the way for negotiations towards a peace settlement. The Treaty of Paris, signed in 1783, formally recognized the independence of the United States and established its boundaries. Britain acknowledged the sovereignty of the 13 former colonies, which now formed a new nation. The American Revolution had succeeded in achieving its main objective, the establishment of an independent United States of America. The American Revolution had far-reaching consequences, not only for the United States, but also for the world. It inspired other movements for independence and democracy, influencing subsequent revolutionary movements in Europe and Latin America. It demonstrated that a successful revolution against a powerful empire was possible, and it showcased the power of revolutionary ideas and the resilience of a determined people. The revolution also laid the foundation for the American system of government. The Articles of Confederation, adopted in 1781, provided the first framework for a national government, although it proved to be weak and was eventually replaced by the United States Constitution in 1787. The Constitution, with its emphasis on representative democracy, checks and balances, and individual rights, became a model for democratic nations around the world. In conclusion, the American Revolution was a transformative event that led to the establishment of the United States as an independent nation. Fueled by grievances over British colonial rule and inspired by Enlightenment ideas, the revolution resulted in a hard-fought war for independence and the emergence of a new nation founded on the principles of liberty, self-government, and individual rights. Its impact reverberates to this day, shaping the political, social, and cultural landscape of not only the United States, but also the world.